Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you the fourth chapter of your supplementary reader book, and the name of the topic is The Treasure Within. Dear students, this chapter is based on a conversation between Miss Bella Raja, the editor of Spurs, and Mr. Hafiz, contractor, one of India's best architects. Dear students, in this chapter, Mr. Hafiz, contractor, has told us that how his life changed. When he was a little child, when he was a school boy, he did not like study. He had no interest in study. He wanted to do other things. He did not like maths. He had many nightmares, many terrible dreams about maths examinations. But once his principal called him, and the words of his principal changed his life deeply. So let's start the chapter. Open your book at page number 25 and listen to me carefully. Hafiz contractor's name is given in short as HC, and Bella Raja's name is given in short BR. So see it. I used to have this terrible nightmare. Only now, over the last 4 to 5 years, it seemed to have disappeared. Hafiz contractor said that he had continuously nightmares, terrible dreams, frightening dreams. But over the 4 or 5 years, it seemed to him that the nightmares have been disappeared. Then BR, means Bella Raja, asked that what type of nightmares he was talking about and why those nightmares disappeared now. Then Hafiz contractor told that I used to get continuous nightmares about appearing for a maths examination where I did not know anything. Now the shy must have gotten over it. I don't have to think about education and there is absolutely no time to get nightmares. He said that he used to get continuously frightening dreams, and the dream was to appear for a maths examination because he did not know anything about maths. He did not like maths. But now the mentality, it seemed to him the mentality, his mind, his mentality must have controlled it, and he had nothing to think about his education, and there is no time to get the nightmares. There is no time to get that frightening dream, that terrible dream. Now see page number 26. BR, tell us something about your earliest memories in school. BR asked Hafiz contractor to tell him about his school days, about the earliest memory of his school. Then Hafiz contractor told that in the first and second year I was a good student. After I reached the third standard, I simply lost interest and I never studied. He told that in first and second class he was a good student, and when he was promoted in class third standard, at that time he lost interest in study, and after that he never studied. I used to be interested in games, running around, playing jokes and pranks on others. I would copy in class during exam times. I would try to get hold of the examination paper that had been prepared and study it, as I could not remember things that had been taught to me in class. He is telling about himself that he had too much interest in games, to run here and there, playing jokes and mischievous tricks on others, to play tricks on others. He would copy in the class during examination. He copied in the class during his examination, and he tried to get the examination paper that had been prepared for the examinations, and he studied it, because whatever the things he had been taught in the class, he did not remember those things. That's why he tried to get the examination paper which had been prepared for the exam. However, later, one sentence spoken to me by my principal changed my life. However, he is saying that one sentence which was spoken by my principal changed my life fully. When I approached my 11th standard, the principal called me and said, "Look here, son, I have been seeing you from day one. You are a good student, but you never studied. I have taken care of you till today. Now I can no longer take care of you, so you do it yourself." He is saying that when he was in class 11th, when he was in 11th standard, his principal called him in the office, and he said that he had been observing him since his childhood, since his class first, since his first day in the school, and he said that he was a very good student, but he never studied. He did not like to study. He also said that he had taken care of him till that day, but now he would not take care about him, and he will have to take care about himself. He talked to me for 5 minutes. "You don't have your father. Your mother has worked so hard to bring you up and paid all your fee all these years, but you have only played game. Now you should rise to the occasion and study it." The principal talked to office contractor for 5 minutes. He said that he did not have his father. His mother worked hard to nourish him, and she paid all his fees, but in spite of these difficulties, these hardships, he did not study. He only played throughout the day. So now it is the time. His principal told that it was the time to take the advantage of opportunity, and now he should start studying. I used to be a very good sportsman. I had been the senior champion for so many years, and I also was the cricket captain. I used to play every game, but that year I did not step out onto the field. He said that when his principal told all these things, after that he is telling about himself that he was a very good sportsman, very good player. He was the captain of his cricket team, and he used to play every game, but after listening to his principal, he did not step out onto the field. I would go for prayers, and all I would do was eat and study. Only he went outside for prayer, and after that only he ate, and after that he studied. I normally used to copy and pass, but I realized that once I was in SSC, I could not do that. It was his habit that he used to copy and he used to pass, but he realized that when he would be in SSC, then he could not pass through this way. When I got a second class 50% in my SSC, my principal said, "Son, consider yourself as having got a distinction." This is my memory of my school days. And he said that when he got a second class 50% in his SSC examination, his principal called and he advised him to consider himself as having got an eminence, distinctions. And he said that this was his memory of his school days. He said about himself that I did lots of other things. He had interest in many other things. She, as far as my things are concerned, but he did not remember all those things. He forgot all those things very easily. To remember, I have to see things as a photograph. He is saying that for remembering anything, he had to see the things as a photograph. Means as we see the photograph, we recall the person. In the same way, whatever he did, he forgot. For remembering those things, he had to see those things as a photograph. I read a book and I can remember the matter as a photograph, but not through my mind. That is how it works. He is saying that he read the book and he can remember the matter as a photograph. Means he read the book, and when again he saw that book, he remembered all the things as a photograph. Again, the editor asked him the question, when you were in school and you were doing badly, did the teacher pull you up and how did you feel? The editor asked him that when he was in school and he was doing badly, then did his teacher scold him? Did his teacher punish him? And after getting punishment, how did he feel? Hafiz contractor told that he never felt anything on being scolded up. When he was punished, he never felt anything. He used to be so interested in playing. He had too much interest in playing. That's why he did not feel anything on being punished. I would receive a caning every week. He is saying that he received punishment, beating every week. Then again he was asked a question, when you knew that you had incurred the wrath of your teacher by not doing your homework or by behaving badly, when you knew you would get a caning, what was the state of your mind? The reporter, the editor again asked that when he made his teacher angry, he made his teacher furious by not doing his homework or by behaving badly, and when he came to know that he would be punished at that time, what was the state of his mind? Hafiz contractor was surprised. State of mind? Just lift up the hand and they would cane him. He said that state of mind, only I raised my hand and they punished me, they beat me. It would hurt badly. The beating hurt me badly, but I forgot all the things because I had to go to play. I wanted to play, I had to go to play. That's why I forgot all about my punishment. I forgot all about my beating. You never felt insecure or threatened? Again he was asked the question that did he ever feel insecure or threatened, feeling a danger? He felt a danger. I was just interested in playing and nothing else. He said that he was only interested in playing and not anything, nothing else. I was most interested in funny pranks. One day I did not want to study, so I created a distraction. Distraction, do you know? I have written the word meaning, something that is pleasurable. He said that I was most interested in funny pranks, mischievous tricks. And one day, if I did not want to study, I created something amusing, something pleasurable. For 1 whole hour, we played chore police. The whole 1 hour, they played chore police game. Again, chore police. Every Saturday, we were allowed to go into town to see a movie. He said that on every Saturday, all the children were allowed to go to town to see a movie. So what I would do was have no lunch and collect money from 40 to 50 students and run and buy tickets. On my way back, I would eat to my heart's content. He's saying that on every Saturday they were allowed to go to town to see a movie. So he did not take his lunch. He collected money from 40 to 50 students, and after that he ran away and he bought the tickets, and when he returned from there, he would eat. I used to be the leader of a gang. He is saying about himself that he was a leader of that gang. There was a group of the students and he was the leader of that group. We would have gang fights and plan strategies. He is saying that they had planned about the fightings also, and they had planned to win the fights also. They made the planning strategies to win the fightings, and these things used to interest me more than any academics. And these things means playing tricks, to be a leader of a gang, to make plans how to win the fightings. These things used to interest him more than any academic education. Students used to book my textbook for the following year because they were almost brand new. He is again telling about himself. Other students used to book his textbook, used to ask his textbook for the next year because his books were new. Only one day before his exams, he opened his books. Means his books were new. That's why the other students booked his books for the next year, because he opened his books only one day before his examinations. Students, part first is completed of this chapter. Write the word meaning and revise this chapter. Thank you.